Hello, I am Jody Wolf. You're watching Expoz on August 29, 2015, 10:29 p.m. And we're at 14 days and counting to Harbinger Day, September 11. Topic, um, following up, continuing the warnings on America and just what will happen. And as I started out, George Bush is not the one that started it, but it's close enough. It started back probably in the Eisenhower days. And but there's so many things that we could have done to have reversed that, but we didn't. We didn't do it. And that falls on the shoulders of the Christians by not standing up and speaking up. They didn't do it. I remember prayer in schools until we got to like the 7th or the 8th grade, which was 63 maybe. And then they just stopped. Well, I didn't question it. Just kind of something that after 3 days, 4 days without, then you forget about it. But anyway, we stopped prayer. And then it seems like our churches are slowly beginning to get smaller. And it seems like there's more problem in the inner cities now, as time goes by. And then you have someone, a good man, by the way, that tries to come up and wants to create something between the black and the whites because it was getting out of hand. Well, this was after prayer taken out of schools. And Martin Luther King did what he could do, but people didn't like it, so some idiot shot him. But we're being warned, even there. That man was to give us a warning. Bring yourselves together, guys. You're splitting apart. Well, and that split just got wider and wider. It's like a gulf. And then we start giving up, some of the days that we should not be giving up. And when I say days, a lot of people had certain days, the day of prayer, National Day of Prayer. There was probably, I know there was more than one, and but there are certain events that Christians held in certain, once a month get-togethers, and we used to have great family reunions, but they absolutely, our family had 2 or 3 preachers in it, and but those things started stopping. The moral values of the family started cracking and splintering, and we watched as all this finally fell apart until it got to the point of where, wait a minute, we're not having a family reunion this year? And, they were over. But when I married my wife, we started it back up in our family. And we had it for the next 24 years at my place. And she died on the 25th year of our marriage. And my family has not had a reunion since. I'm just wondering, does no one else have a house that we can go to? Anyway, the family deteriorates. And it didn't deteriorate slowly. Quickly. It did it very slowly over time. So what you have is the hand of God that's protecting America is being moved away from us. It's uncovering us. It's beginning to let the elements, the things that hurt us, come in, and they're coming in. There are more in Russ Dizdar. If you go look up some of his stuff and read it, there's more Satanists and worship services that they have where they sacrifice real people, and they're more often than church services for the Christian people. That's crazy, but it's happening. Russ Dizdar is look it up, and just listen to it. If you can go to his website, Shatter The Darkness, it'll make you sick. I mean, really, the evil things that are happening. But the God's hand of protection has been lifted from us. And when it's been lifted and moved away, it's not taken all the way out of the way, but we notice we're starting to get rained on a little more often than we used to. And then the day came when God's hand of protection that was over us ended. It moved. It's gone. And when it left, wow. So what is coming to America? And when? And I'll talk about that. And then what about the Christians? What will they do during this time? Let me start with what's coming to America. What's coming to America is starting, and in my opinion, it's going to be so harsh. In a way, it'll be at least as bad, if not far worse, than 911. I think America is going under a tremendous judgment starting in 14 days from right now, starting on September 11. That's the official start date, while on the other hand, we're still reeling. Now get this, okay? Understand this. Kerry has been over in the Middle East sitting with this funny looking guy. Looked like he's got a cropped girl's haircut, and it's slicked down to his head and it's white. And I thought it was some kind of being. I didn't know what it was. Didn't look human to me, but whatever the guy was, this guy's telling Kerry what to say, apparently. Listen to him, Kerry. You don't have any original equipment yourself coming out of your mouth. Listen to this guy. So with that, and it failed, and by failing, it hurt the Jews, and it caused a walkout pretty much. And then on the walkout, they just turned around and handed it to Iran. What happened? The very week on the Friday that Kerry walked out, the next 7 or 5 days, we lost over 1,000 points in the market. Just based on Kerry not only walking out, but when Netanyahu said, no, we won't accept that. You're giving the bomb to them. And Kerry didn't. It's like Kerry's doing this. Well, we got hammered for that. And this country lost $3 trillion. But nobody's talking about it. You know why? Because the federal currency, they're printing money. They probably already printed that $3 trillion back that they just lost. Got more, a whole lot more coming. Jody Wolf Expoz.